तो भाई 2.18 जो है ये क्या कहानी है। अपन अपने कस्टमरी रेड कलर से शुरू करते हैं। Mr. A is interested to invest rupees 1 lakh in the securities market. He selected two securities B and D for the purpose. Right, the risk return profile of these securities are as follows. Right, risk standard deviation से denote किया गया है, variance नहीं है ये, otherwise variance would be denoted like this, standard deviation square. Expected return 12% and 20%. Coefficient of correlation between B and D is only 0.15, so there is a good risk reduction we can expect. You are required to calculate the portfolio return of the following portfolios of B and D to be considered by A for his investment: 100% B, 50% B and 15 D, 75 and 25, 100 and D. Also indicate that which portfolio is the best from risk as well as return point of view, which is nothing but coefficient of variation. Right, बड़ा ही सीधा सीधा है, कुछ भी नहीं है इसके अंदर। तो गिवन में क्या डेटा है मालिक? रिस्क दिया है, रिटर्न दिया है। BND 10, 12, 18, 20. राइट, अब काम शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ कोरिलेशन 0.15 है। So Mr. A is considering different combinations, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to tell him which is the best from risk as well as return perspective. Right, in short, the one with the lowest COV. 100% investment in B. If entire amount is invested in B, right, ऑलरेडी सब दिया हुआ है। स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन इज 10% and return is 12%. COV is 10 bar 12. .833। खाली सेकंड और थर्ड में थोड़ा मेहनत करना और कुछ भी नहीं है। सेकंड क्या है? 50% ईच, राइट। %50 is invested in B and 50% is invested in D. Then what? Computation of portfolio return. कितना है? 10 बार नहीं 12 20, 12 and 20. So it's 12 into 0.5, as easy as it gets. Portfolio SD. What are the SDs of B and D? 10 and 18. सीधा लगाते जाओ फॉर्मूला मार्कोविट्स का. SDs है सो स्क्वायर हो जाएंगे प्लस टू इंटू आर इंटू SD of 1 into SD of 2 into weight of 1 and the weight of the 10.932 10.932 right. SD of the portfolio which is a equal mix of B and D shares, right. COV coefficient of variation divided by 16, so that's 0.683. So 10.932 divided by 16 equals to 683. It has a lesser COV, that is what we are able to witness, right, and it has a lesser COV than B standalone and D standalone, right. क्योंकि अगर आप डी स्टैंड अलोन भी देखोगे सीओवी के टर्म्स में 18/20 आएगा. इट वोंट बी एबल टू बीट 0.683 ऑन द डाउन साइड, राइट. ये सब किसकी वजह से हो रहा है? कोफिशिएंट की वजह से, कोफिशिएंट ऑफ कोरिलेशन, द वन व्हिच इज रिड्यूसिंग द रिस्क, राइट. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. फिर क्या है? 75% in B and 25% in D. %75 in B and 25% in D. रिटर्न, पोर्टफोलियो रिटर्न क्या आएगा मालिक? क्या थे नंबर्स, क्या थे? 1220. %14. Now you have more of B in the bag, right? So obviously B is one with lower returns, so it'll be a drag on the numbers. Let's check out their portfolio standard deviation. How it fares? It's 10 and 18, right? So we have more of B in the bucket. sorry, it's 18. Dirty 18. 9.307. This is bound to happen. Right? This is bound to be lower. But the thing is that if you see a 50-50 combination, right? You see a 50-50 combination, the SD is 10.932, right? Because there's more load of D in that one. Which one? The one which has higher standard deviation. Over here, the D's load is on the lesser side, right? Here, it's 75% of B and 25% of D, right? So the standard deviation has come marginally down. Best it would have been if the standard deviation was in a negative, the coefficient of correlation was in a negative territory, then the risk would have reduced substantially, right? ये हो गया ठीक है. अब इसका COV क्या निकलेगा? If you solved it, you can check the answers and move ahead. Nothing really exciting about this sum. Barring marks 0.665. Last one is T, or the fourth combination we can call it, only T. रिटर्न्स कितना है? 20% है मेरे ख्याल से. 2018. राइट. अगर आप देखा जाए तो डी का जो है कोफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन, वी जस्ट ट्राई टू रैंक इट in terms of coefficient of variation. For the purpose of selection of portfolio from the perspective of risk as well as return, we can use coefficient of variation ranking as per COV portfolio, its respective rank. Best one was the 0.6651, third one, right? Then comes the 0.683, right? Pretty near that. Then comes the first one, that is only B, 0.833, and then comes last D, 0.9, right? So portfolio number 3, right? One which has 75% in B and 25% in D, right? Rank 1, portfolio 2, %, each in B and D. D. Second rank, portfolio 1 is given on the scale above, 100% in B, ऊपर दिया हुआ है पोर्टफोलियो के हिसाब से, एंड portfolio 4 keeping the above in mind, we can conclude that Mr. A should invest 75% in B and 25% in D, as such portfolio entails minimum risk per rupee of return, राइट? लिखना जरूरी है, इसमें कुछ समझाने लायक है नहीं, बड़ा सिंपल है, आपको सब कुछ दिया हुआ है, यू हैव टू जस्ट बी एंड डी, तो भाई सॉरी ओनली बी ओनली डी इन्वेस्टमेंट, वो तो भाई उसमें कुछ करना ही नहीं है. सो प्रैक्टिकली पार्ट 1 and 4 आर एब्सोल्युटली यूजलेस, यू हैव टू जस्ट फोकस ऑन पार्ट 2 and 3 for the purpose of computation, and there you go with certain 8 marks home, right? So क्या ही तो बोलूं मैं इसके बारे में, बड़ा आसान है, इंपॉर्टेंट तो बेटा सब है यहाँ, all 5 stars these are, right? चलिए नेक्स्ट सम की तरफ.